Hey, hey, hey. So I would like to react to a few posts on X. Now, these are things that I didn't get to on a podcast or a stream that I was doing. And yeah, so let's jump into it, right? Now, this is a little less professional than my very unprofessional streams. So bear with me as I fumble about like I generally do. There we go. That's an intro ish. All right. So we're gonna go almost left to right. Um, we're going to start with, and I haven't read it yet, but knowing the source, I give it. You're going to come in contact with an awful lot of people who are at their absolute breaking point this season. Holidays. Friends, family, coworkers, teachers, strangers in the grocery store, retail workers. While it may be the merriest time of the year for some, it is the saddest, loneliest, most stressful, most heartbreaking for so many others. We're all busy, but we're not too busy to be kind, caring, and patient. Remember, the best thing you can give someone right now is love. That actually is the exact way I ended my last podcast. Um, told a story about wheelchair, and yeah, you can spend 30 seconds out of your busy day. Actually, uh, when I finished my podcast, I said, if you can spend 1 minute a day, 1 minute trying to be kind or supportive or helpful to another person, getting nothing in return, not wanting just 1 minute, doing something good or kind or helpful to another person. At worst, you lose a minute. Maybe you waste a minute. Okay? If you play a game on your phone, you're you're getting that many ads easily. All right? It can make a huge difference for someone else. Or it means absolutely nothing, but it's a minute. 1 minute a day. All right. This I'm not excited to go over, but feels like I should. The Washington Post says the bronze stars like those that Hegseth earned are common among military officers. Supporters point to his wartime decorations in declaring him qualified to lead the Defense Department. Military experts say that doing so distorts those medals' significance. You take a platoon, and in the cavalry, you're talking 20 people. In the infantry, you're talking 50 people. In other units, it can be 100 people. You have one officer. Yes, there are a lot of officers that receive awards. And yes, officers do receive awards that their subordinates do not. Very true. But to imply that a Bronze Star is common is disingenuous. An officer who served, he has 2 Bronze Stars, so on at least 2 occasions, he served in a combat zone. Saying that qualifies him to be okay. You know what? Would have been smart to have had this pulled up, but let's pull up. Nope, fuck you. All right. Currently, we have Lloyd Austin. Great. And Lloyd Austin was in the Army. And he has a Silver Star. Parachutist. Hell yeah. Good on him. He has 2 Bronze Stars. Hell yeah. See, rather than just go, ooh, he's a black man, DEI. No. Fuck a bunch of that. Now, his predecessor. By the way, is he qualified? I don't know. Really? We're not going to show who? Okay. Great. Dick. Oh, David Nordquist. Before. And Trump had 2, 3, 4, 5. Trump had 6. Gotcha. Obama had 1, 2, 3, 4. Bush had 1.5. Clinton had 1, 2, 3. All right. So Biden's previous dude was a civilian. Okay. Trump's dude was a naval officer. I'm sorry. He was a colonel in the Army Special Forces. Gotcha. That was his final one. Dude lasted until the end. Before that, for less than a year, he had Mark Esper. I remember Mark Esper. Mark Esper he was a light colonel, airborne dude. He was all right. Wasn't happy with him. Before that, for barely over a month, Trump had a Marine captain fill in, Spencer. And for less than 6 months, he had a politician who had worked for the Defense Department, who was appointed by Jim Mattis, Mad Dog Mattis, who I did not like. Mattis, Mad Dog Mattis, was the guy that took over for Petronas. Mad Dog Mattis was a great deputy, right? When you watch a movie and you got the one guy who's like, oh, we gotta be tough and drop the nuke, fight. And then the other guy that's like, well, actually, violence is not the right answer. And then you got the cat in the middle who's like, all right, gotta be tough, but no, we're not gonna fucking drop a nuke, all right? And you, fucking pussy, no, we need to stand up to him. Mad Dog Mattis was the... But the reason why WAPO, Washington Post, is going balls out on the Bronze Stars is because every talking head was like, oh, he nominated a Fox News correspondent, a talk show host to be Secretary of Defense, basically a reality TV show guy. No, first Green Beret to be nominated Congress, or to serve in Congress. He has multiple Bronze Stars. He's a decorated Green Beret, a war veteran. So rather than just admit, yes, we were talking shit, making fun of him as a journalist when he's actually a veteran, but he's not qualified because of, no, they just go, the Bronze Star doesn't mean anything. All right. As I had prior said, the Bronze Star does go out at a higher rate to officers than to enlisted. Yes, very much so. I am a little suspicious, though, that the WAPO might not be making a valid criticism on the Bronze Star as much as they are deciding to attack that because it's politically opportune. Just a hunch. Just a guess. Maybe. The difference between these two WAPO articles is the difference between a veteran turned reporter, Alex Horton, and a reporter without an intimate knowledge of the military award system. Separate from Hegseth, there's a lot of nuance between medals, and it's not just the Bronze Star. It's true of a lower ranked medals that can be given for combat valor or a significant career achievement. It also extends to combat badges and the combat action. Fuck you. For example, a person can receive a car from bullets coming within inches of their head. Another person on a surface ship can receive the same ribbon for incoming rocket shot inside a 5-mile. Yeah. Both examples don't merit the award is a lie, but there is a difference. The awarding of medals is not a science. Hegseth Bronze Star and Representative Nail's Bronze Star. Hope this provides insight, not meant to be a commentary. Civil Affairs Battalion. Good for him. He earned it. And good for him. He earned it. Now, the WAPO, when describing all right, I gotta comment on this picture. Damn it. Just easier to do a search. All right. Now, this is from the Washington Post. So this gives a little nuance. Waldorf man who served 2 tours of duty, blah, 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 was given one of the Army's most prestigious awards this month by Vice President Biden. And yes, absolutely. Army Sergeant getting a Bronze Star. God bless him. Good for him. Common Award. There are valid judgments on the damn well better be appointed Secretary of Defense. Valid judgments. He has made it very clear that he wants to end DEI and political and social training for young soldiers and focus on combat. And the job at hand. He wants to be mission first. That is a valid thing to judge him for. People familiar with the military are like, yeah, I want the guy who's going to cover my back to be focused on combat and the mission and not on gender ideology. Now, if someone wanted to make a valid statement and be like, well, he is going to teach soldiers that pronouns are stupid, I will agree. That's dumb. I don't want the military training to involve pronouns at all. Race, religion, gender ideology, politics, sports teams. Take all of that, wrap it up in a ball, set it aside. This is how you clear a room. Sports is a phrase for weapon jams. This is how you stop the bleeding. This is how you brace yourself for a rollover. These are the procedures for military combat. That's it. I don't want the Army teaching yay trans, boo trans. I want the Army to teach a motherfucking soldier how to motherfucking win the battle. That's it. That's it. That's all we need to talk about. All right, let's move on to this picture that apparently is going viral. This is Dave Blunt's and his girlfriend. All right. She's a rather pretty young lady, appears to be in pretty good shape, has good facial features, good for her. He looks very large. He has a nice smile, very happy eyes. Okay. So what's the issue? Yeah. Don't know him. But all right. I am going to make some assumptions. Clearly, she's a rather attractive young lady, and he is a very fat dude. Apparently, he's famous. I'm assuming he has some money, and that probably attracted her to him. Yeah. The lead singer of the Cars. God bless him. He hooked up with a fucking gorgeous supermodel, Paulina Petronas. I know I'm wrong on the name, but PP, I think. And they were together for fucking 30 years. And when he passed unfairly, she was devastated. So yeah, she obviously would not have seen him at the bar and be like, ooh, yeah. So yes, maybe she was attracted by his fame and wealth. Yeah. But maybe, I don't know who he is, so maybe he's just an awesome, sweet, loving, funny, charming fucking dude like Kevin Smith hooking up with a really hot journalist that interviewed him. And they've been married for a long time. Maybe that's it. You know, maybe it's all good. And yes, let's meme on how unattractive he is. And he tagged a attractive girl. Let's go, hell yeah, woo! All for memeing that. But let's not attack this chick. Maybe he's awesome. Maybe he's a piece of shit. I don't know. If he is a piece of shit, then sure. Whatever. But just going by the picture, I'm just going with, all right. A rich, famous, unattractive dude attracted a attractive girl. Boom. If she's happy and he's a good dude, then she lucked into an awesome dude with money and fame. And he lucked into an awesome chick because of his money and fame who actually digs him. Let's hope that's it. Yeah, I doubt it, but let's hope. Happy vibes. And yes, I know someone's gonna reach out and be like, well, probably. But with no knowledge of other stuff, happy vibes. All right. All that other stuff was just random build up that uh, came along. The main point was I wanted to hit on this. This. Mm-hmm. Always forget that. There we go. Yes, I can customize my brand. Cool. Yay. Vigilant Fox. I bookmark his stuff when I'm at work so I can come back and see it. And this was the last one before I got home. Little clickbaity, but all good. 10 shocking stories the media buried today. Secretary of State Tony Blinken pushes to sacrifice the last of Ukraine's youth to keep the war machine. That's biased wording, but yeah. This is one of those things that looks more evil the longer you stare at it. Getting younger people into the fight, we think, many of us think is necessary. You're really pushing. They're pushing for teenagers to be thrown into the fires of an unwinnable war like it's nothing. All right. The war is gonna end. The new president and the new Senate and Congress is not going to fund the war, which means Ukraine will not be able to sustain a war. So Ukraine wants to make as many gains as they can to help them in the negotiation process. Joy Behar explains that Trump's trial was politically motivated. John Fetterman says Trump's trial was politically motivated. Everyone knows that. Joy Behar tries to argue against it. Stephen Miller on Fox News talking about Trump's first 100 days. Media doesn't suppress it if the most viewed news channel aired it. Data analysts estimate 7 to 15 million dead from the jab. All right, let me discuss the jab for a moment. I have received every vaccine available to me, minus 2. I've received many non-approved vaccines. Some that were recalled and they deemed those were unsafe and then made me take the new version of the vaccine that I'd previously taken. I am very, very, very pro vaccine. There are 2 vaccines I don't have. I don't have the shingles vaccine because I'm not old enough for VA to give it to me, even though I want it. And I'm not going to pay $300 for a vaccine for shingles. I'd pay $75. That's about my limit. And I don't have the controversial vaccine. Really only 2 reasons. One, I'm waiting for Walter Reed to finish the human trials. And 2, motherfuckers told me I had to. Nope, I'm a civilian. I don't have to at all. Fuck you. Very, very much pro vaccine. Informed consent. Put a vaccine out on the market, test it, then make it very clear this is new. These are the possible side effects, and there could be more. Need more testing. If you want it, here it is. Then after 5 years on the market, then the FDA can decide Approve, disapprove. If they approve, this is approved. These are the side effects that have happened. This is all the stuff. I am against banning any vaccine or medication as long as there's informed consent. And my problem with this controversial jab was there wasn't informed consent. There was coercion and hiding side effects. I don't shit on or judge anybody that chose to get it. I don't shit on anybody that supported it and said, hey, everybody, you should go get this. No issues with that. I have problems with people that tried to coerce it, people that tried to hide the info that would give informed consent. That's all. But yes, data is estimating a number of people that passed from that controversial jab. All right. Ex-CNN anchor Chris Cuomo. Yes, Chris Cuomo has Chris Cuomo was very shitty when it came to the illness, the pandemic. And he really hurt his integrity by doing and saying things that were untrue, that his bosses supported. And he has, since leaving that job, been very direct and clear and fair. And yes, he's biased, but he acknowledges his bias, and he's been making clear attempts to be balanced. So, yeah. I'm not going to use him as a gotcha moment for, oh, he's attacking Democrats. Yeah. Doesn't mean the Democrats have gotten so bad that now, no, it means now he's free, to be honest. And he's doing better. And with Anna Kasparian and Cenk Uygur, Cenk, like, yeah, he's doing the standard. Don't use a former lefty, far lefty, that lied all the time, trying to be in the middle is a gotcha moment. Because that's just gonna fucking make people in the middle leaning left go, oh, well, I don't have to listen to him at all. EPA advisor admits to funneling billions of dollars to climate organization as fast as possible. Yes. Just like our country authorized long-range missiles. Yeah. It's scramble to cash out as much as you can. The assassin, the of United Healthcare CEO, all the words left on the shell casings, that's not hidden. Oh, this is a new one. James O'Keefe dropped a new video on FEMA and how they failed North Carolina. Number 2, study finds questionable vaccine increases the risk of depression, anxiety, and sleep disorders. All right. I'm calling bullshit, not because the data doesn't suggest that, but depression, anxiety, sleeplessness. Okay, yes, the data shows that. But those, and again, the people generally that agree with my side of politics are going to like use that as a gotcha, but nope. The reason why people have more anxiety, more depression, and can't sleep is because they have lost confidence in that decision they made without informed consent. They were told, this is great, perfect, no side effects, this is the only way you're going to live. And they got it, and turns out it wasn't that necessary. Could have been helpful, could have been hurtful. Still not quite sure yet. But as enlarged hearts and other side effects, which again, 95-ish% of people got it, no side effects. All good. 5% ish, some real issues. And it's hard to make that statement because they're not open about the data. But when I was getting certified to be an immunologist, we had to go through in-depth courses on the T4 cells and inoculation versus vaccination and where the name vaccine comes from. And one of the things that we covered was the Great Britain, United Kingdom, they made it mandatory because smallpox was killing like 68-ish% of the people that got it. Actually, I'm sorry, I think it was 78-ish. Like it was ballpark 3 out of 4 people got smallpox, died. But all these dairy farmers, no, they're all good. So let's inoculate them. And this is where vaccines come from. And 90% of them either had no effect or they got sick and recovered. 1 out of 10 people died. from the inoculation. Now, like 7 out of 10 catch it and die. 1 out of 10 get protected against it and die. Obvious. Simple fucking choice. And the government said everyone has to. And 90% of the people got it and were fine. But 1 out of 10, one of your family members or one of your close friends' family members died as a result of what the government forced you to do. Which is why pre-pandemic, the United Kingdom had a 82 to 86% vaccine rate at the time of my class, while the United States had a 95 to 98% vaccine rate at the time of my class. And in the class, the professor said the biggest and most obvious reason is they were never forced to take it. Informed consent. I am the only member of my family that did not take it. And my mother, my kids, I got a lot of kids, and my father had no side effects. My brother did. And it makes me angry. Because as a police officer, he was forced. He had no choice. If he had a choice and chose to get it and it had a side effect, I've been like, oh, that sucks. Dude, you know what? You made a logical, educated decision. No shame. But you were forced into it. You had no choice. I fuck up all the time. But you make me do something and it fucks up. Not my fault anymore. Now it's your fault, motherfucker. All right. And the number one, according to the Vigilant Fox, suppressed news story, which most of them aren't suppressed. I mean, yeah, they're not covered on MSNBC or CNN, but I wouldn't say they're suppressed, which does show that those networks have lost their ability to suppress shit. But, you know, thanks, Elon Musk. The songwriter and singer of YMCA did not make a political statement, just said that he is grateful that Donald Trump used that song so often, and it made him a lot of money, 1.6 million this year, as a result of Donald Trump YMCA doing his dance. Attempted a dance. And that everyone that's offended by it should just fuck off. He wrote the song. He supports Donald Trump using it because it's a song for everybody. And he won't tell people on either side, don't listen to my song. He thinks everyone should hear the song and dance to the song, and it's a song meant to dance to. So yeah, I dig that. I'm actually doing pretty good my timing because this is supposed to be under an hour. I got like 5 minutes to spare. So, since I got extra time, you guys get a bonus story. Right? So I changed jobs recently, and it's allowed me to meet new people, and I heard the most embarrassing story about this poor person who, all right. So, all right, this dude was coming home early from work, right? Because, his girlfriend was like, hey, if you can get off work early at all, I'll have something for you. And he was like, I'll try, but I don't think I can. It's like, I'm going to surprise her. Oh, yeah, man. Do you want to surprise her? Yeah, she's going to love it. Well, he went in and he was like, yeah, I'm sorry, sweetie, I can't come home early. And clocked out and started going home. And it's like a 10-minute drive home. Within 20 minutes, he's calling, and he had the best fucking story to tell. Is a warning. I was like, wait, are you? It'll be worst fucking case scenario ever, right? So he